Just in case you were wondering why I don't upload HSR that much anymore, take a look at their response to a delay for a major patch. Now, I know I'm a little late, but I've noticed that a lot of people are actually feeling bad for Honkai Star Rail, but I hope they are actually feeling bad about the players, especially the ones supporting the game out of their own pocket. But as for whoever is running this operation, I don't feel one bit of remorse for them. Bruh. Star Rail has been on a major downward trend lately, even before this most recent situation. Notably, the Twitch viewership has been especially falling off so badly that it is now the least watched Hoyo title in the big three. And yes, that means even less so than ZZZ. Now yes, Star Rail is a turn-based game, so obviously it will get less attention in the media than games like Genshin and ZZZ because of their faster paced combat. But recently, HSR has been very low effort, and that is showing. After all, a lot of HSR characters are just copied from HI3. Yes, things that are out of their control are one thing, but let's not act like Star Rail hasn't gotten greedier than they've ever been in the 3.x patch cycle. They are constantly trying to monetize everything, and then their idea of compensation is not even a 10 pull. We are about to get an 8-week filler patch with bare minimum content, and I still don't understand the sentiment that filler patches are good because they give you time to do things in the game. And I understand that there is political drama going on between Japan and China right now. That sucks because I love Japanese inspired content. Think of Inazuma from Genshin Impact, the weapons, the architecture, the clothes, and the Shogun. Hoyo does a great job of nailing these Japanese designs too. There was a ton of room for creativity and character development, and then designs like Sparkle. But sadly, this situation is nothing that Hoyo could predict would happen, and it's unfortunate that this is going to scrap months and maybe even a year of development time. But here's the thing, let's focus on what Hoyo can control. Sitting here making excuses for a company that very well has the resources to do things that would otherwise be impossible is ridiculous. When are people going to realize that Star Rail does not care that the game has no content besides releasing OP ass replacements for their older characters? They release units at such an uncomfortable pace that the new characters in this day and age barely have time to shine. I don't think I over-exaggerated enough how stupid of a character design that Constance has. And I would say her kit, not her character design. Her character design is pretty good. Like, let's be honest, her character design is good. I don't understand how you can quote unquote theory craft in this game without just trolling. All you have to do is pull all of the characters on banner, especially the new one, and all of their light cones, and put the game on auto and close your eyes. This is not a strategy game anymore. You do not want to go band for band with an HSR player, especially if their account looks like this.
That is a very...
If you're still playing this game free to play in almost 2026, all I can do is pray for you. Because considering that they are just willing to straight up ignore mechanics that they've created in the past, you can't do enough planning for the future to work around characters like Constance. And in this case with Constance, she is even more of a must pull for the Super Break archetype because it's so niche that not many characters even work in these teams. They utilize stats like weakness break efficiency that other characters don't even care about. So if you're pulling on these units in this dry ass patch, you will have to go all in for their teams or they won't work. And it would be really evil if 4.0 had no room for break teams to even function because of the new path. And because of the fact that that sounds so scummy, I'm sure that there is a good chance of that happening. At the end of the day, people fail to realize that Star Rail is a product. And in this case, we are the consumers. So if the product is ass, then why am I supposed to care about the context for why it's ass. There's too many excuses being made for HSR, especially for how shitty they've treated their players in the past couple of months anyway. Look at this sorry ass apology. And they've had multiple spending events and a stupid hat that cost $30. They are literally monetizing a delay. How can you feel bad for them? Imagine if I got up here like, well, I'm a broke ass college student and I don't know when I'm going to be able to get videos out. So can you dish out $300 for me? The same people trying to make excuses for HSR wouldn't care one bit about that. And you shouldn't, because what you're watching right now is also a product. So what I need HSR to do is figure it the fuck out. If they have to hire more employees to rewrite parts of the story, then so be it. They have the resources to do that, so I don't care. All I know is that Star Rail is not going to be getting a single penny from me ever again. If you do spend money on the game, that's completely fine. I'm not saying you shouldn't. If you spend money on the game and you enjoy it, then go ahead. It is what it is. But considering the fact that they are choosing to monetize this delay, and on top of that, one of the regions that I was looking forward to the most is probably going to be completely dog shit. I can no longer spend money knowing that this content is going to be half-assed. The no Japanese content also makes you wonder if they're ever going to rerun a character like Rappa ever again.
Under starry skies, evil low and high. Helpless folk in the dark fighting for their lives. Silent ninja arcs written down in red tears.
You know what that means? You might want to get around to selling your account right now if you have a Rappa just sitting around. Just kidding. But obviously, it was a little odd that Rappa wasn't rerunning, and, well, this would be the perfect time because a unit that she is going to require is coming out in 3.8. It's unfortunate because looking back on it, a lot of people were making fun of her and definitely took her for granted because she came out with the what was that patch with all the monkeys and shit, the banana patch. You know what I'm talking about. But I'm sure some of you would rather that over whatever we have going on right now. I could definitely see that character never seeing the light of day again because this delay is definitely costing Hoyo whenever it comes to the money. We know how desperate they can get. So anyways, enough about HSR. Your word of the day today is finished. In honor of Star Rail probably never being the same ever again, I wanted to speculate where this audience will migrate to next. Sadly, HSR is a turn-based game, and there isn't really too many games like it in the genre. Obviously, there is other turn-based games like Chaos Zero Nightmare, but I'm sure you can tell the glaring difference between a game like that and Star Rail. CZN can't hold a candle to HSR's designs. Plus, CZN has some extremely gooner-ish character models, so I doubt that very many women at all are even giving this game the time of day. What about Where Winds Meet? It's a beautiful game, free to play, and then the cosmetic gacha, but I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's way too hard for this audience. I think that the game has everything else going for it. It's simply just too difficult. And it really could also be the fact that it doesn't have a gacha system for characters. I noticed that recently with Duet Night Abyss that it does not matter if a game doesn't have a gacha system for characters. Contrary to my original belief, I think that people really want that character gacha and want the feeling of gambling. When I really thought that everyone was on the same page and losing a 50-50 was super annoying, especially when you don't even really get the chance to pull on most of the characters in the game because you barely get any pulls per patch. Because of all these newer games coming out with better gacha systems or no gacha at all, I think that the gamblers are going to migrate to one of Hoyo's 70 new projects, however many they're making. Maybe this detective looking game, and I will say it looks very polished and it could be good, but it is definitely going to be aggressively monetized. And that might be some great news to some people who enjoy that stuff. But this is where I see most of the HSR audience going because it's going to have those key elements that will make them feel right at home. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this far. If you have, feel good today. Peace.